handle the truth.
It's like my first day here. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, the government told me the date was, I forgot. June 12th. It's a Friday, 2025. 26, 27, 28. Oh, it doesn't really. It's 26. Anyway, guys, that's what the government does for us every day. They keep us straight. They let us know when the clocks change. Didn't you know that? Like the clocks just change because government helps. This whole synchronicity of seasons and the moon phases. Let's make sure all the months are different days and your birthday's always weird on a different this and that. And yeah, don't worry about that. Guys, that is actually part of the programming. You understand that, right? There's a lot more to what we play with on the calendar and time manipulation than we don't give credit to. Pay attention to that stuff. It's real. Anyway. All right. Wearing the T-shirt from Oak Knoll from when we did the float trip a few weeks ago. Got a T-shirt, so I wore it today. And that was Friday. So I named the day's show Enjoy. And I thought we should be able to enjoy the weekend or enjoy what we have going on. Excuse me. I had a cough. Now, there's a couple things going around. There was the gentleman that was on yesterday. He said something about Tulsi Gabbard and the fact that, how, she's on the outs or this or that. But here's a thing where she's releasing some information. Now, what I will tell you is that this information is about the biolabs in Ukraine. And the misinformation that was Russia this and Russia that and all these other things. But here's the problem, guys, is the misinformation of the China labs and Ukraine labs and all that. Oh, Ukraine doesn't have biolabs. Jimmy, you're lying. You can't say that. Oh, shadow ban. Oh, lose your followers. Oh, demonetization. Oh. My problem with that is, guys, is that everything that I have said inadvertently, saying I don't really know whether this is true or not, but I have some information, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of this. We can see that this is happening, that's happening. So, 1 and 1's 2. Oh, by the way, we're getting theories now that we continually keep coming back that 1 and 1 isn't 2. I hate that. Anyway, for the simple ones here, let's just keep it that way, right? Now, the sad part of it is this is actual Office of Director of National Intelligence. It's talking about the Ukraine, over 40 labs built and supported in Ukraine. That's us, you and I together. I don't know, whatever that. I don't know. Is that the right way? Wait, no. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. No, wait, it's this way. No, it's this way. Yeah. Anyway, let's dance together here to the moonlight here. The sad part of it is, guys, this is your doll hairs. This is you. And then when they're over there thirsty for $300 billion, which was given to them in the past administration, $300 billion, do not twist my ear. Go look it up. Be honest with yourself about the lookup, too. But anyway, we had 40 biolabs. U.S. training for Ukrainian scientists to work in biocontainment, especially dangerous pathogen certificate. Respiratory of BW and disease-causing pathogens. I don't know what respiratory of BW. I don't know what BW stands for. But anyway, this is just it. 1.7 million, and then another 2.1 million, and then another 3.4 million, and another 1.9 million, and then this is exactly it. They're just showing you the receipts, the old recipes, the old thing, the little, yeah. So remember when everybody was over there saying, well, seems like it seems a little different than that now. And I don't want to, it's just bad because it put people, we couldn't get to the conversation because it was always picking sides. And the sad part of it is as hard as, guys, listen, did we learn anything from the government? They told us that whatever they are pushing the hardest is what the biggest lie is. So hydroxychloroquine, an antiviral, HCQ, quinine, which was tonic water. Tonic water used to be 90% quinine and a little bit of carbonation in it. So when you would get a tonic water, you were getting quinine. You were drinking a big old swig of hydroxychloroquine. Literally, guys, the stuff that they understood that killed the malaria virus, that lowered the virus load in the body to allow the body to move the virus out. And so what we're seeing is that the government was saying, oh, HCQ will kill you, give you heart attacks. Oh, ivermectin. Oh, no, that's horse paste. That gives you worms. Oh, no, it gets rid of worms. Oh, wait, no, it'll make your eyes fall out. Oh, wait, it gives you a fever. No, your heart stops. Guys, I even hesitated the first time I took HCQ. Just because there was that moment where I remember that, well, you don't have, those people who are on blood pressure medication. Well, I hadn't got all the way off mine yet. I've only been off my blood pressure medication, what, 2.5 years now? And so, I was still on it then, and I was like, man. But that was what they were trying to tell us that was going to kill us. But guys, if you're smart at all, you're on ivermectin and HCQ every day anyway. Just continuously. It doesn't hurt you. It's probably it's one of those things when they said aspirin is safe, like a baby aspirin a day. HCQ and ivermectin 5 times a week is actually the exact same process. Give yourself Saturday, Sunday off, and take it 5 days a week. But what do I know? Hey, Terrence William, good to see you, man. I used that yesterday, being sick. There you go. Oh, Brenda says, nice shirt, Jim. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it was from the float trip. So, just showing off my figure, So, guys, listen. That whole thing about, there's no biolabs in Ukraine. There's no Khazarian mafia. Come on. Guys, okay, listen. Let me do this. Do you just by having watched me several times, any of you guys, do you think I'm going to come out here and state things, like state them, if I really don't know? And then the sad part of it is like it's still kind of lingered out that there was a maybe involved. There's a maybe involved here. Maybe Jim was, maybe he didn't know. Well, maybe it was not quite all the way. The sad part of it is, guys, here's the thing. No one else is having the conversation to bring it to light. But here it is. Second year into Trump's deal here. Now we got finally going to find out about this. And so kind of reinforcing the conversation I had yesterday, not in any relation to this. I really didn't mean to do this, but kind of the idea of, what do you like about Trump? What's going on this kind of stuff. And it has nothing to do with policy. It doesn't make more elk babies in the Rocky Mountains, okay? It doesn't make more moosies. It doesn't do any of that. It doesn't make the waterfall any prettier or any less. But this is kind of that little tick box, right? The little check box. Okay, I was right. Okay, now I get to move on. And by the way, that creates a validation that I am out there trying to make sure to bring good information. But too many times we don't talk about this part of the news. Because this is not hitting Fox. This is not hitting CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS. They're not doing this on their nightly news. But the thing is that she's putting this out, the evidence of this, and it's the taxpayers' money. Exactly what we said. Not only was it taxpayers' money, but there was other money. But this was like money we were giving openly, but we didn't know about it. That's the stupid part of this. Okay, so we're not giving any money to Ukraine, right, guys? No. Everybody check the paperwork? Yeah. No, we're not doing that at all. Are you sure? Yep. Oh, swear to God on the Holy Bible. Thank you, Jesus, baby. Now what? See, that's the problem, guys. It really is a matter of will. And I will go back to the statement I have made several times on this show. I made a couple weeks ago. I made a little clip video about it. If we can sell 113 billion unique lottery tickets every single year and get that factually accurate every single time without fail, you can't find the money you're sending Ukraine. You can't find the money that do you follow what I'm saying here? This is the sad part of this, guys. Now, I will let you do that. I want you to think about something. If you were thinking about a sting operation, if you were thinking about something like, hey, you came in and you kind of pounced on a few things, but you let a few of the rats run out. You let a few of the bigger rats run away and act like, we didn't quite, we're not even paying attention to those ones that run away. We're just so busy right here. What if that's really what we're starting to unpeel? What if we're really starting to unpeel that right now? What if this is that part of that? Because if we can have the conversation about the biolabs in Ukraine, then we're going to start talking about what's really been going on in Ukraine and about the money laundering and on the human trafficking and all the real stuff that's really, really, really been going on there. And I will tell you right now, I still do not believe what we've been told. I think the majority of what we've seen is us taking out the Gazarian mafia that's been in there and been taking and running that place like a brothel of sorts where everybody's getting screwed. So I think that this is a part of that, exposing the light to it, and I think letting some of those rats run out there and think that everything's kind of cool, and they didn't see us, we're cool over here, and they're still going to kind of continue to do their thing because they think they got away with it, they think it's okay. And I understand. Have you ever done that with your kids? If you haven't had kids, have you watched your dog? You're like, hey, you just like, I went in to watch. I'm gonna see if he does it. I'm gonna see if he can take the pizza off the table, and then I'm gonna bust him. Right? You haven't done that with your kids? Oh, they think they're sneaking the cookies. I can hear them. You can hear the crinkle. You know what they're in the cabinet. You know that cabinet. You've been in there getting them cookies yourself. But, you kind of do the idea that I don't know. Hey, here's the thing. I like my story. You know why? Because it gives me hope. And if your story says poo, 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 meh, 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 and you're gnashing your teeth on your fingernails and you're just, well, congratulations. Live in that world, man. Go for it. High five, man. Woo! You ought to get yourself a plaque. I really think I like to go into stories with thinking that there's going to be hope. That there is a lining of light or shining edges or something. I don't know, but maybe I don't sit around and just wallow in it, right? And then we all complain. I get that. That's kind of what this show's about. We're complaining, right? Complaining, man. What are you doing? I'm complaining. Well, what are you complaining about? Well, whatever I complain about. I'm just complaining. So, it's always so amazing. I appreciate. Anyway, let me get back to. We're going to get back to the news here. I'm going to get off on my own a little bit. Hey, yeah, the kids did all the time when they were, still do, because they know mama always has cookies or pie. But you let the kids sometimes get in trouble, right? You let them go ahead and get the cookies and walk down the hallway to the bedroom or downstairs to the basement or out in the backyard, and you kind of like, hey, what are you doing? You set the trap, right? I mean, you guys are all into the bait car things. You're like, oh, get the criminals. Ooh, give them a crime to commit. But if they're already committing the crime and they think they're getting away with it, well, you just kind of let them run out a little bit. Maybe they'll tell on themselves and others a little more as you watch even closer. And then as people tend to panic like they can and do under pressure, they'll expose themselves. They'll show who they really are. They'll show more of who's around them. But after months of searching through intelligence community holdings and files, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard is revealing new evidence of longstanding United States government funding for more than 120 biolabs in over 30 countries. I just told you about Ukraine. I didn't mean to. Oh, you thought that was all we were doing? Oh, you're silly. You thought we were just doing that one. So listen. So it goes, funding for 120 biolabs in over 30 countries. And by the way, this is a media release. This is not anybody else churching up the story. I'm just reading straight release here. The biolabs include labs in Ukraine, which may be at risk for compromise due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. For example, the intelligence community previously warned that a U.S.-funded biolab in Ukraine likely housed dangerous pathogens and remained vulnerable to longstanding threats of Russian attacks, seizures, or damage. Until now, evidence regarding the full extent of funding of these labs have been knowingly withheld from the American people. Knowingly withheld. I mean, are you guys getting this? Are you getting this yet? This is the part they tell you about. And the only reason we're even finding out this part is because they're really trying to release something. And I know they're just selling us crumbs, guys. I know, guys. I get it. And they got to do better. But if we don't ever say something, what? You think they're going to come out, hey, man, we've been screwing you guys up for a long time. Listen, from my heart here, I'm the government, and I just want to tell you we're sorry. We're going to stop lying to you. We're going to stop cheating you. We're going to stop destroying you. We're going to stop trying to kill you and trying to listen to your thoughts. You think that's what's going to happen? They're going to have some moment of conscience? No, it's how they get paid. They get paid to manipulate people. They get paid. Many of these government-funded biolabs are currently or have previously engaged in research using hazardous and highly contagious pathogens, in some cases including dangerous gain-of-function research. Where have I heard that before? It's almost as if 8 years ago I was living through something very similar. 6 years ago. Anyway. Gain of function. We never in our lives honestly use the word gain of function ever. We've used the word function junction, we've used the word of, and we've used the word gain. I'm gaining on him to gain, no. Gain of function. Suddenly we're all pathogen, we're viral experts talking about gain of functions, right? Because we've all become that. Thanks, Fauci. We didn't want to be a pathogen expert and realize that we were over-cleaning ourselves and causing ourselves to be sick by using too much bleach and cleaner. Anyway, let's see here. President Trump understanding the serious threat, dangerous gain-of-function research poses. That's why he took decisive action on May 25th of 2025, an executive order 14292 to end federal funding of gain and function research around the world. Whoa. Timeout, official timeout, timeout me. That means that we have a law that pays for this. That means that we were willfully doing this. This wasn't accidentally under another funding thing. He had to sign an executive order to get it to stop. That's cute. Why is this the thing for us? Are we okay with this? Like, this is the kind of stuff, again, like I just keep going back to, I think we can do better, and I think this is where we got to start calling it out. Now, granted, this is a pimple on a rhino's butt. And compared to the information and things that have not been disclosed to us. So, Spencer Pratt goes off declaring war on the morons. Karen Bass and Raymond says he has records that would make her resign in shame. Well, then do it, bro. I don't know. Dirty pool is dirty pool. I just, that was a thing. I remember I was offered some information to do a smearish campaign or whatever you want to call it, where you neener, and I guess I couldn't do it. Maybe I could have been a better politician if I would have done that. Maybe if I had a political campaign manager, they would have made those decisions, and I would have rubber stamped it maybe. But now I was doing all that, and I said no, I don't want to do that. I was given some stuff. I don't know. I kind of almost forgot about that. I forgot that had happened. Anyway, all right. Well, I have a super hot wife, Barack Obama, savaged after releasing love letters to Michelle Obama to promote opening of hideous library. What? Barack Obama drops another video promoting his hideous library. The Obama presidential turd, $850 million, looks like a bent-up trash can on the south side of Chicago, opens up June 19th. Oh, because that's supposedly something that happened in Tulsa that actually didn't happen. But anyway, Barack's never even spoke about Juneteenth and during his presidency, but he says, my wife is super hot, he said, as he gushed over Michelle Obama. Her story from her South Side roots to the White House and beyond, an essential part of the Obama Presidential Center. Well, holy crap. Oh, my God. I don't know, dude. You got better taste than I do. I mean, that's maybe what it is. I don't know. Maybe I guess he has is this a video? Hold on. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys want to see this? Okay, well, hey, calm down. I know. You guys want to see it. It's cool. So cool. Let me tell you about my girlfriend. Anyway, here we go. Here's Uncle Barry.
Hello. Who are the folks who shaped you?
I have a super hot wife. She taught me that a lot of times I think I'm right, but I'm wrong. So she continually corrects me, which I think has made me much more humble and striving to improve myself at all times.
Whatever.
I've now known the Obamas for 35 years this summer.
Holy
and the
crap.
one thing that struck me the first time I met them when they were just engaged was that this is a true partnership. They have faced every major decision together, and they have lived each other's life experiences by sharing them with one another.
They sound gay.
And what's clear to me is that this isn't simply about his presidency. It really is about both he and Michelle Obama. She was with him every step along the way leading up to his presidency, and she certainly was with him every step of the way during those 8 years.
Fist bump.
Having her story featured in this museum was really paramount and important to him. He wanted the American people and all of the visitors from around the world to see just how important Michelle Obama was, not just to him, but to our country.
God help me. Okay, so listen, guys, you can have whatever opinion you wanted. I don't know who put together that entire montage, but that's cool. That was actually from the Obama, that's the Obama White House or Obama Library site. Anyway, guys, my wife corrects me constantly because I'm always wrong. That is emasculation in its finest. But at the same time, why would I want my president saying that? Why would I want my el dictator, el presidente, my guy, why would I want him to sound that feckless, that weak? I'm not saying he's gonna go, you're stupid, bro, I ain't listening. That's not what I said. But you understand what that sound, and then this is the video you put out to describe that. Anyway, guys, listen. I know I'm not everybody. You know, I come at things a little different sometimes, but golly, really, Uncle Barry, man, you gotta. I don't know. You gotta put your shoulders back, buddy. Figure this out. Let's see here. There's been oh, by the way, the World Soccer Cup thing, tournament, rally, Badoo, FA, that's happening tonight. America is playing tonight at I think it's 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. And there are a lot of games going on over the next 30 days. So basically, if you guys are wanting to watch any type of soccer, and again, I call rugby, and I call soccer, and I call football, so we can, come on, boys. Anyway, but you can watch about any amount of soccer you think you want for the next 30 days. And it's going to be very good soccer, and it's going to be local time soccer. So this is not like you got to go find it on, ESPN 29 with 32, whatever it is, and you got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, or it starts at 11. No, these are all local times. So a lot of this is actually good stuff for where you're able to catch and just experience and hear some of the different things. Now, the Belgians are really got a big rowing thing. I think it's the Belgians. They do a big rowing thing in the crowd where it's actually very synchronized. I will give you this. When I played rugby and with the fellas in the English and Northern European influence of chants and incantations and synchronized and these different things, I went to a rugby thing a weekend ago. I went, but just stopped by for a minute, talked to the guys. And they're all significantly younger now. And there's this chant they did all of a sudden. It's Larry Williams, bam. And anyway, so it's like flooded back as soon as they started that chant. But what does that chant mean? But what does that mean about soccer? What does that mean about America? What does that mean about the teams? What does it mean about the world? What does it mean about us? The biggest thing is, guys, if these people could come in from around the world to go in and celebrate a team, and then they can come together and do these chants and do these rhythmic motions in the crowd all together without any training. Nobody's out here giving you $12 an hour to figure out how to do the row thing. Oosh, oosh. It's a whole thing, right? No, they just do it. And I do miss that that's one thing I think the Northern Europeans really got right. There's a lot of that cool stuff. Ireland is very well known for those chants and songs and folklore stuff, and they really get into that. But I would tell you, if America could kind of get into that part of it a little bit more, we show up. But if we showed up and then did and now the college kids are kind of more European style because they do kind of do the wave things and different chants and the tarps off and the whole thing. But the point I'm making, guys, is if you get a chance to come together and you get to experience things like this, get into it, enjoy it, and maybe look around and see that maybe you can just take your shirt off and spin it around your head once in a while because nobody cares about your belly. Nobody cares about whether you got back hair, chest hair, belly hair, or you got lint in your belly button. Nobody cares. Just enjoy yourself. And if life is, kind of getting by too fast, well, remember that once in a while. Just enjoy yourself. You know what? Enjoy it. If that means you stand in the hot water in the shower just a little longer, then do it. If that means that you do, whatever, just take that extra. It is nothing wrong with that. Guys, I chase that, man. I know that wheel you can get on. And it's okay to be on there. But remember, you got to enjoy it too. So you got to have the good and the bad. If it's all bad, then why are you here? Right? So let's figure it out. So, hey, guys, next week I am going to probably gone. I will say probably. I will be gone next Thursday and Friday. I will be traveling to Tulsa, and we'll be there for the Clay Clark event. I am currently making plans. I may or may not be back here on that following Monday. I'm going to try to play it by ear a little bit. I may be making plans to go west. So we'll see what happens there. Father's Day is next weekend, and so we'll see how that works out. All right, guys, that's going to be... I can't get out of here. I was getting ready to leave. Oh, I was just kidding. I wish I was. No. What is this? Sam Baker. Hey, by the way, guys, remember FTX? Remember Tom Brady? Remember how even Taylor Swift and all these others, and then there was this $1 billion or $100 billion coin crash that happened about 3 years ago? Do you remember how that all just kind of happened, but then it went away? Now, this was hundreds of billions of dollars or $100 billion, whatever it was. And remember, they were going after Trump for 32 felonies or 38 felonies for a ledger error. But Tom Brady and all those guys who advertised and got money out of the deal and cashed out just before the thing found out and all that, those guys didn't. Anyway, that's fine. Let's see. In an unanimous decision, a 3-judge panel of Manhattan-based second U.S. I hate when we start doing this. Manhattan-based second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said prosecutors' evidence against Bankman-Fried was conservatively stated robust. While we have publicly reassured customers, investors, and regulators that FTX customer funds were safe, he was simultaneously using FTX as his own personal piggy bank, spending customer funds on real estate, political contributions, and investments. The circuit judge Parker wrote on behalf of the panel. So a Manhattan judge-based circuit picked part argument under overturning the judgment, finding each of them uncompelling. So what's going on? Are they trying to free this guy? Experts speculate on possible length of prison sentence. So what are we doing now? Is he going to get out of this? Second Circuit upheld his 25-year sentence. Yeah, he stole $8 billion, and that's what he got. This is crazy. Like, this guy, okay, so you realize that whole fund, like, there was, God, that whole thing was so big. And by the way, the economy accepted it and moved on. But we didn't, where's all the other people? Like, the girlfriend got away because she testified against him and all that stuff. What happened with all that? I got to find out what this is, because he's so not so fast, bro. Today, Sam Bankman-Fried lost his bid to overturn his fraud conviction and a 25-year prison sentence. Okay, so they upheld it, but there was someone overturning it, and this is crazy. Anyway, Sam Bankman-Fried. That's okay, but what about Tom Brady? Remember, he was out there pitching that stuff like crazy on commercials and that whole thing, and they even named was it a basketball arena or a football arena after the FTX? You remember that? That's a whole thing too. Like, this guy was, I mean, I get it, but I don't know. Anyway. So I didn't realize that case was waffling back and forth. Oh, by the way, the Carr brothers. This is a crime that was it was near, not close. My daughter's teacher was a victim of a crime, and those two gentlemen here locally are asking for a pardon from Laura Kelly. So anyway, Laura Kelly's a big Democrat. I'm sure she'd love to do something crazy like that. I don't know how that works, but anyway, they are up for a pardon. So we'll see how that all comes out. Ooh. Hey, Dave Glove, good to see you. Julie's here. Good to see you. My daughter delivered food to McConnell Air Force Base last night as the crew that was to deploy was delayed. Not sure what that means. Just sharing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Julie. That can be 1,000 things in one. I mean, yeah, you're waiting on something or whatever, but he could be transitioning in. By the way, a lot of planes move back and forth because they spend so much time there, and then they get done, and then they come back. So it's not like a pilot. A pilot gets assigned to a plane, and it turns kind of into their baby for the most part. So if a pilot's going over to the Middle East to do, his tour there for 6 months or 3 months or however long the rotations are, he'll fly over there, and then he'll fly back, and so he'll catch tankers going, and he'll catch tankers coming back either way, and they're always cycling around. If you guys kind of pay attention to that, there's a lot of movement of planes and stuff in our world that we don't even get. So and by the way, guys, I'm always amazed at how big we think we are, but I just wish that we'd all humble ourselves and realize that, yes, we are amazing human beings and we can do amazing things of our size. But this earth that we live on is so huge that for us to be unable to even comprehend, for us to even begin to explain or comprehend that idea, I wish we could really get our mind around that, but we're not humble enough to see how big our earth really is and how big a space we really have to play in. And the fact that a lot of people don't even leave their own county their entire lives. There's people who never leave the state they were born in their entire lives. There's 1% of people ever leave the country they were born in, especially in America. Most Americans never leave. It's like only 1% of Americans leave America. It's like a real number, guys. I mean, people like talk about, oh, there's world travelers all the time. It's not as big as numbers you think. It's not as the people don't travel as much as you think. There are people who do. I mean, I was fortunate to go over to Europe, but a lot of people don't. It's just they don't get to go. And now school trips and things like that have afforded people to get over there for a small little trip and this and that, but they really haven't. For the most part, you just don't get to go. I mean, that's kind of how it works. So, what is this? Wow, 5'6.5" is big. This is Dave Glevin. What do we do? What is that? I don't know. I missed the joke there, Davey. Sorry. There's probably other parts of it up here. I didn't catch it in the comments. Let's see. Obama judge sides with Trump administration, refusing to stop the White House UFC freedom fight 250. So that's a whole thing. Like, there was somebody out there that thought that they needed to stop an event that's on the White House lawn. I don't know. I mean, guys, we had a trans dude pull his boobs out on the White House lawn during an Easter celebration a few years back. And listen, I mean, that ain't cool, bro. That's not what we're doing there, right? But at the same time, like, this is a sanctioned USC fight that, this is a 100, like, what is the ESPN's deal with UFC is $100 billion now? I mean, they cracked $1 billion, and now it's just like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how much the UFC is worth. And if anybody wants to say it's illegitimate, it's this and that, just look at the climb, the meteoric the climb of this thing. Now, if I would have been smart, I would have somehow tried to, whatever. I didn't know that you could even think about investing in UFC. But it's an amazing adventure. Dana White's doing it. Applaud the guy. He's going to have fighters on the White House lawn. Why can't we celebrate what we do? Okay, this is $1 billion, multi-hundred billion, whatever. I don't know what the whole MMA industry is worth, but that's what we do. We support that. We support football. We support soccer. We support basketball. We have those people in the White House all the time. But why is it now that this is a problem? I mean, man, if you want to be mad about something, I get it. I mean, cool. Just don't always get mad. Like, I don't know what that makes sense. Just don't get mad. Just let it go. I mean, but someone spent the time with a lawyer and filing, and then a judge had to get involved. And it's just like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, why can't we all just get along? Wasn't that Rodney King thing? And the LA riots? Can't we all just get along? What was that? Who said that? Wasn't it? Can't we all just get along? That was Rodney King, wasn't it? Anyway. And by the way, so now we've got Hunter Biden trolling around that Gavin Newsom will be his running mate for presidency in a couple years. So Gavin Newsom has got whoever's doing his Botox and his filler and whatever it is they're doing to keep his little I got these, I figured this out. I couldn't figure out where these came. These were old dimples I had. But anyway, he's got the skin all smoothed out, man, and the hair is just like the line is just right here, and the hair is just, and then he's got the teeth and he's got the gums. He's like, yeah, I'm killing it, man. And Gavin Newsom he's a Ken doll of some type. It's gross. And by the way, guys, who is this guy? Like, this is what we're going to be faced with just because he just smiles a lot and they keep putting him out there. But anyway, Hunter Biden is out there talking about the guy in Maine. Well, who wants their phone exposed? Who wants to have their stuff? Who wants to have their internet? I'm like, well, probably nobody. But I mean, the idea that we don't know what other people would think of what we think of, but maybe most people really just don't have anything on there, Hunter. Not like your laptops. I mean, geez. But anyway, the point of it is that he's out here saying, well, look at your phone. Who gets to look at your phone? Like, well, the government looks at mine all the time, and if there was some crimes they wanted to whack me with, they'd have whack-a-moled me already, right? Or embarrassed me with, I'm sure. But that's what they do, right? They manipulate and they use. But the point of it is, though, is he's over here saying, well, who wants their phone exposed? Who doesn't have dark secrets? Well, god dang, maybe some people don't, buddy. You know? Maybe 10 years ago or so, maybe there was things I was saying on whatever, but they weren't illegal, but they probably weren't smart. But at the same time, it's like, what are you talking about, bro? The government's going through our phone all the time. What are you talking about? Oh, so the guy in Maine, just because we got stuff on our phone because what? I don't understand it. I'm not getting the math. I don't know. Should I be mad about it? Should I not be mad because my stuff is his stuff? So sin is sin because, okay, what? I don't know. Anyway, so the whole idea that Hunter Biden and Ding Dong are getting together. Graham Plantner wants to expose because of Fetterman finds minors involved. He will wear a suit. Yeah. Well, see, this is the problem. Like, that Fetterman, he surprises me, but I don't know. I don't find him to be an intellectual guy, but I think I do find him to be an honest guy, and I think that's what Fetterman has turned into. And he's not quite the rubber stamp, I think, that they were wanting in the Democrat Party, especially for the sympathetic vote. Ooh, it's 42 after. Look at that. Now, going back to how things have come along and the different psyops and the different operations that have been created in our country, including one that I stood very close to when I went to January 6th. I was on the other side of the building. I saw paid actors. I published the article. Have the photos of these people. And, the sad part of it is we found out now 6 years later that, yes, there was 400 people paid to agitate on top of whatever private sector groups that were in there as well, the paid protesters. And so the problem is, guys, is that when we have a government that we're finding out that they're doing these things, we've got to be more vigilant to things. We got to be better about this. And having seen all these things, this makes us better citizens. But that means that you can't give up just because you did one thing. I jumped rope once. I jumped over this rope one time. Ooh, I know how to do it now. The sad part of it is the governments are, if you wanted it to be a republic, you have to do the work. And I think that's the simplest part of it, right? It's like, you want them to be a republic. You want them to be beholden to you. Well, then make them behold to you. Make them come to you. Hold them accountable. That's your job. You got to hold them accountable. You got to keep that up there. You got to be the one that's going to say, no. But that's what people are doing more effectively since COVID. I mean, I think it excited a lot of people. Got some excited that are a little less articulate, and got some that are excited that are very articulate. So good, bad, or indifferent, we are moving forward. Things are happening, and it is good to see those things. But guys, it's called work. If you want the republic to work for you, you have to put the work in. If you don't want to work, you don't want to work your government, you don't want to be in charge of your government, well, that's called a dictatorship. And don't get mad about what jumpsuit you have to wear each day, or what color it is, or what haircut you get to have in North Korea. That's called a dictatorship. You get to pick the haircut on the wall. That's not a fallacy. That's not us making fun of them. That's what they do. But yet, we all talk about how we want a republic, but are you doing the effort? E for effort. You got to put the effort in. It's part of your job. Luther Bradley, good to see you. All that we have already always known. Oh, wait. All that we have already always known, yes, but we need to hold their feet to the fire. Absolutely, Luther. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And that's a big deal. Like, think about that. Holding their feet to the fire. But what does that mean? That means, here, by the way, that means running for office. That means going and being a precinct head. That means going to the Republican meetings, going to the Democrat meetings. That means going to the city council meetings. That means the county commission meetings. It sucks. But if you're not there, your silence is compliance. If you want to correct my statement, that'd be great. I would love to figure out how that's not true. Because silence is compliance. And that is the simplest of it. So, it's a bad deal out there. Yeah, so, what is this? All right. What is this? Oh, okay. So, you know how in our Congress we don't like the president and the president likes the Congress, and then there's always this, there's this big thing, and they don't want to work with him, and he doesn't work, there's always an agitator, right? Do we think that our country is so special that no other countries have infighting within their countries or borders? You don't think Putin's boys over there have infighting? You don't think, Pierce Starmer, whatever, he doesn't have a little infighting going on over there in England? You think we're special? Well, Iran has basically, there's certain people that are talking, and they're going certain distances, but then they'll turn around and their own weaponized military will go out and do what it does, which is give propaganda and then just say a bunch of stupid crap. So this Iran thing is really funny because here's where I can tell you something. Oil prices are still coming down. The stock market is still going up. I don't know where we want to go and say, oh, well, things aren't like I want them to be, man. It ain't what I thought it was going to be like. Guys, where's the $10 gas? Now, if this whole thing goes sideways and we don't get it straight, there's a possibility, but here the thing is, we are a net positive. We are selling our oil and natural gas exponentially off of the shores of America. We are not importing. What we do import is the asphalt from Russia. We do like that because we like to pour a lot of cheap roads around here, a lot of asphalt roads. Asphalt is a temporary patch. It is not meant to be permanent in any way whatsoever. It is always there to it's a tar mat. It's meant to, like a door mat. Anyway. So paving is meant to be permanent. But anyway, going back to Iran, if this thing does go sideways, it goes sideways. And that's a bigger deal. But here's the problem. I don't know how it does. Unless there are a couple countries that keep poking the stick at the tiger of its neighbors. And they're going to need to learn how to get their shit together because it's just not going to end for them well. It's just not going to. And this Iran propaganda machine is actually kind of funny watching them screw it up. It is breathtaking to watch. So just pay attention that way. All right, guys. Well, that's going to be about it for me. Guys, it's been good seeing you. Great comments out there. Courtney Allen, thank you. Everyone is special. It's 2026. Get with the program. Participation trophies for everyone. Yeah, I know. All right, guys, remember the 10% we do for our neighbor, community, city, county, state, the federal government. The more you do for them, the less they have to do for you. Less they have to do for you. Learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. The world will be a far, far better place. Remember, hold the line, hold fast. Do not give up. Do not give in. We'll win. I promise to make promise I can't keep, guys. You've always been the answer out there. Remember that Constitution? Well, that limits the government as long as you're participating and never you. See, that's the trick. You have to do your thing. Hold your authority over your government. But if you don't, then they will become tyrannical and they will run your life, and you won't like it. I.e., good times make soft men make hard times make hard men make good times make soft men. All right, guys, that's about it for me. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. You guys will be good to each other out there, and I'll see you guys on Monday.